Hello students, welcome to the new video which is associated with unit number 3, vehicles and their specifications. Already I have talked about this particular topic as far as classification of automobiles and specifications of vehicles. Now in this video we are going to talk about or discuss about the electric vehicles as well as hybrid vehicles. Now why the electric vehicle is important one? Why is it we are going to use that in some coming era, or I did know also many of the countries are using this one. So it is playing a very vital role in automobile sector. Electric vehicles, everybody is having certain kind of fun to drive this because they are fast and smooth. I think this is somewhat matter of question as far as discussion is considered one, because they may be fast or they may be slow, but they are having a smooth movement, as well as the emissions which are coming out are zero. Okay, because there is no burning of fossil fuel, therefore evs are just having no smelly fumes as well as no harmful greenhouse gases. Okay, it is an innovative as well as a cool, you can say, way to have the movement from one location to another location as far as electric vehicle is considered one. This is associated with the costing as far as electric vehicles and comparison it with the gasoline vehicle is considered one. As well as its choice is smart as well as convenient as far as electric vehicles are considered one. But still, we will see in our next slide that how very simple working as far as principle of this particular electric vehicles. What is the difference? Because electric vehicle and hybrid vehicle, these are the two terms which are very popular when I did now. As far as your syllabus is considered one, we are going to discuss in short. As a first year engineering student, you might be knowing all these things, or if at all we are considering that you are not knowing this and it is necessary to tell you about all these things. If purely battery is used in any kind of vehicle to run it, to have the motion of its wheels to get a certain kind of power to it, if the battery is only used one, that kind of vehicle is known as electric vehicle. But if along with the battery, if any of the any kind of engine having any kind of rated power is used along with that battery to run or to propel the vehicle from one location to the another location, or in short to give the movement to the wheels of the vehicle, then it is known as hybrid vehicle. There are three types of electric vehicles, that is depending on battery electric vehicle, which is purely a battery operated one. Plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, in which you are getting battery as well as the engine which is associated with the plug-in. Plug-in means you need to charge it, that is very necessary requirement of it. And another one is a pure hybrid electric vehicle, in which you are having the engine as well as the electric battery that is used when in combined, or and there is not any necessary requirement as far as plugging in is considered one. So these are the basically three types of electric vehicles. We will see one by one, and in a simple manner we are going to discuss this one. Here you can just see a battery electric vehicle runs entirely using an electric motor and battery. Okay, no doubt about it. I already have told you, in case of electric vehicles, the battery is used, which is useful for running the electric motor, and without the support of traditional internal combustion engine, that already have told you. It must be plugged into an external source of electricity for the charging purpose, as far as recharging of the battery is considered one, which will be useful for rotating the electric motor and in turn the wheels of the automobile. In case of battery operated electric vehicles, it can recharge its batteries through the process known as regenerative braking also. Okay, or maybe certain kind of if necessary, the plug-in, that is external charging, can be possible one in these cases, because without that it cannot be fully charged. So that is the thing. And now in case of regenerative, which uses the vehicle's electric motor to assist in slowing the vehicle and recover some of the energy normally converted to heat by the brakes. That is the regenerative braking system, which is generally used one, so that there will be the reverse, you can say, the charging of as far as the batteries are considered one. Okay. What are the various advantages of electric vehicles? There is no emission. Already in the first slide, I have talked about this. No gas or oil is required. One, ability to conveniently charge at home. Now, this depends upon what kind of batteries you are using, what is the rated, you can say, the specifications of the batteries, what kind of vehicle for which you are going to use it. It depends on that. But these are the important two advantages. And here it is having the fast as well as smooth acceleration. Fast, the meaning of this particular word was used in my earlier first slide also. It doesn't mean that it will go beyond the internal combustion engine speed, no. Okay, but it is having a you can say sudden peak up as far as such a kind of vehicles, electric vehicles are considered. One, low cost of operation as compared to the internal combustion engines. So that is given in terms of US dollar, 30 US dollars per month, because whatever this data I have taken it from one of the foreign authors presentation. What are the shortfalls, or you can say what are the disadvantages? Shorter range than the gasoline engines, means electric vehicles can be used for 100 kilometers, 150 kilometers, or maybe up to 200 kilometers, depending on the battery management system as well as which kind of motors are used one, and the other components associated with the vehicle. So you cannot, if you wanted to go for the high long trip, then you need to go for the hybrid kind of thing, so that with the help of engine also you can drive the vehicle. Slightly more expensive than the gasoline engines, although the gasoline saves pay off the difference in typically 2 to 3 years. Therefore it becomes expensive one. But still, after continuous use of electric vehicles, you can get whatever the pay, or whatever the things, whatever the money you have paid for the purchase of it in the due course of time. Plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, which uses an electric motor that already have told you, and battery that can be plugged into the power grid. That is to the that is, it can be charged with the help of whatever the electricity at our the power station, charging stations, as well as it may be charged at our home also, as per the requirement. uh, but also has the support of an internal combustion engine that already I have told you. Okay. uh, that may be used to recharge the vehicle's battery. Means an internal combustion engine cannot be used directly for running of this particular vehicles, but in case of hybrids, this is plug-in hybrid, it can be used depending upon, there are various types of hybrid electric vehicles that we will see in our next session, next slide. The plug-in hybrids uses electricity from the power grid that already have told you, and it will save, so savings of fuel as far as the fueling cost is considered when as compared to your uh, traditional hybrid electric vehicles. Means in case of traditional hybrid electric vehicles, you don't have the facility of plugging in, that is not you are able to charge it. It will be charged with the help of whatever, with the help of, because the generator is available in that particular vehicles, and which will be charged with the help of IC engine which is available in it. Okay. So that is the difference as far as plug-in hybrid electric vehicle and a regular hybrid electric vehicle. Okay. Whatever the advantages and disadvantages that are summarized here, uh, the longer range as compared to the battery operated electric vehicle, as per as plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, or maybe the hybrid electric vehicle is considered one. Less gas consumption than gas only vehicle, means if it was any kind of vehicle is used in case of using the gas, means if suppose IC engine, in that case the fuel used is of gas type, that is important one. So that is the comparative parameter. Emissions may be of reduced one, because here in some cases in plug-in, in this case the IC engine is used as compared to the battery electric vehicle, therefore there are emissions. But intermittent use of IC engine is there, not continuous use, therefore the emissions are reduced. The mechanism is simple, as well as uh, it will not give away, you can say, the whatever the very means the things which are not associated, which will go wrong, that is the very less, you can say, possibility of that. Then what are the disadvantages? Produces tailpipe emissions. It needs some kind of exchange of gas and as well as oil as compared to the battery electric vehicles. As compared to battery electric vehicles, it is expensive. It costs much more as compared to it. So its maintenance as well as the other things will be costlier one as compared to the battery electric vehicle. But it is less than traditional hybrid vehicle. Means what? This is all about which one? Plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. Advantage, disadvantages. Try to remember this. Now we'll come to the hybrid electric vehicle. Hybrid electric vehicles have two complementary drive systems that already I have told you. One is nothing but a gasoline engine, that is gasoline petrol engine, and an electric motor with a battery. These two things are very very important one, which are an integral part of a hybrid electric vehicle. Here we are not talking about the plug-in, actually we are talking about the simple hybrid electric vehicle. Both this, that is the engine and the electric motor, can turn the transmission. This is important one. There is a simple transmission system which is available one, so that the reduction of the vehicle speed reduction can be possible but in proper manner. For that purpose some kind of transmission system is used one, but it will be run with the help of motor as well as engine. That is important one. uh, Hybrid electric vehicles cannot be recharged from the electricity grid. All their energy comes from gasoline and from regenerative braking. That is important one. This is, we are talking about simple hybrid electric vehicle, that is only HEV. And if at all it is plugged in HEV, it is PHEV. Try to remember this. That is, this is the word which is used one for that, PHEV, plug in hybrid electric vehicle. There is a slight difference, nothing else. It is having the same kind of advantages, having some differences. A longer range as compared to the battery electric vehicle, less consumption of gas as well as oil, and fewer emissions. Heat, it produces emissions, no doubt about it. Mechanism, it may be gasoline plus electric, and as well as it is expensive to operate as compared to the traditional gasoline vehicle. Not able to conveniently charge at home. That is very very important. If that's a disadvantage of hybrid electric vehicles, you need to go for charging it to the charging stations. Because in Canada actually, if you go or refer the Canadian whatever the hybrid electric vehicle manufacturer sites, since from last 15 years the Canadian people or the Canadian government has promoted this particular use of electric vehicles, hybrid electric vehicles in their country. That is very helpful for them, because the colder atmosphere actually, whatever the engines are not working in proper manner, there are certain disadvantages of that one. So they need to have the low powered engines which are coupled with these electric batteries, and the hybrid vehicles are very popular one in Canada. Now this is the simple layout as far as electric vehicle is considered. When you can draw the same kind of simple diagram, what are the various components as far as electric vehicle is considered? One, battery, which is very important component, which can give away whatever the current which will be made available through this battery management system, which will be passing to the through the inverter, so that whatever the conversion of from DC to AC or AC to DC, whatever it may be. Generally, it is DC to AC, not AC to DC, which will be required one for operating such a kind of motors. And these motors are coupled to all the whatever the drive mechanism that may be connected to the transmission system or maybe to the coupling, and through that one it will be driving such a kind of wheels as far as automobile is considered one. So this is the flow as far as the operation of or a layout of electric vehicle is considered one, in which battery, inverter, or you can, it in some cases it may be a converter, that kind of word is used, no doubt about it. Here some kind of controllers are available one in case of new systems, so that the various parameters as far as what kind of current that can be given, what may be the voltage which can be controlled, what may be the speed of this particular motor that can be controlled. These, all these things are available one as far as the electronic system is considered one, that is the controller which is available one here, controller, okay. And which will be managing all the things here. And then whatever the possible rotation of all these wheels is available one through this particular system. So this is a very simple, you can say, layout as well as working of electric vehicle. Another thing that now we'll talk about the hybrid vehicles. Hybrid car is an vehicle that already I have told you, which uses two or more sources of power. That means what? It may be using the gasoline as well as electric, that is the battery, for running this particular vehicle. There are three types of basically hybrid vehicles. I will just quickly give a look at this particular three hybrid systems: series kind of hybrid system, parallel hybrid system, and series parallel hybrid system. Okay. So this particular figure is giving you that idea, but with the help of instead of this one, I will go to the here we are having these systems actually series. This is parallel, and this is series parallel, or it may be also known as complex hybrid system. It is more or less similar to this one only, having certain changes, but we will go to the series kind of hybrid system. Now in in case of series kind of hybrid system, actually the engine drives the generator. Means here the flow of whatever the uh, power flow is from engine to the generator, and an electric motor uses this generated electricity to drive the wheels. Now how this electric motor is getting this particular things? Because as the engine is giving certain kind of driving power to the generator, in turn the battery will be get you can say charged, and through that one, through this inverter as well as whatever the converters which are available one, which will be running these motors, and through that one, this particular transmission system which is available one here as well as this one, it can be possible to drive this, maybe the rear wheel drive or front wheel drive, as whatever as per the requirement, to get the motion of this wheel is considered one. Okay. In case of series, because they are in series, that is engine, then the generator, battery, through inverter motors are run, and then the power, the motion, or you can say the rotation of the wheels takes place through a particular transmission system. In case of parallel hybrid system, actually the things are somewhat different. In these case, both engine as well as motors are responsible for direct running of this particular wheels. In these case, what is happening, engine is not directly giving any kind of motion to the wheels through this transmission system. It will be through the generator. The generator is not shown here. Through the generator, it will be going to the battery. Battery will be charged through the generator, then through the inverter system and all that things. Whatever the power which these motors are getting, then depending on the requirement, through these motors and through this transmission system, these wheels are getting the power and the motion, or the whatever the automobile can run in proper manner. In case of parallel hybrid system, here engine as well as motors both are responsible. There is some certain kind of synchronization between these two driving forces, because motor is giving in case of this, you can just see both the engine and the electric motor drive the wheels. That is the important thing, and the drive power from these two sources can be utilized according to the prevailing conditions. What do you mean by according to the prevailing conditions? If the road is very smooth and there is no not necessary requirement of more power, engine will be cutting off its supply, and only motor will run this particular wheels. But if there is certain kind of steep whatever the road condition is not proper one, there is requirement of certain amount of higher power, then engine can supply in the with the help of whatever the controllers which are available one here. That controllers will activate the whatever the through the sensors, the activation, that is the machine component may be available one, and through that one, this engine may get started again, and it will give more power for suppose a certain kind of whatever the steep roads are available one in that case. So that is the change as far as parallel hybrid is considered one. So this is called parallel hybrid system because the power flows to the wheels in parallel, that is from both the sides. Is this clear? And series and parallel hybrid system, this system combines the series hybrid system with the parallel hybrid system in order to maximize the benefits of both the systems. Okay, in case of earlier one here, engine through the generator, battery is recharged, and then through a motor is the driving force in this case engine as well as motors both are the driving force depending on the prevailing conditions. And here in this case, the two motors, it has two motors, and depending on the driving conditions it uses only the electric motor or the driving power from the electric motor and the engine. That is very important one. Try to remember this one in order to get the highest efficiency as far as depending upon the prevailing requirement, as far as whenever the vehicle is running on the road. That is the another important thing. Here, are you getting my point here? As far as series hybrid, parallel hybrid, as well as series and parallel hybrid is considered one. So whenever we wanted to have a long run as well as at higher speed, then this series and parallel hybrid system is generally used as compared to the series or only parallel hybrid systems. That is the another important thing. Here engine, here this particular power split device is available one, that already I have told you here, but it is partially happening here, but it is continuously happening here, depending upon the messages which are getting from the machine control unit. The continuous on and off as per the requirement of maybe this motors, as well as this engine is taking place. Not motor, actually motor is continuously running, and depending on the requirement, engine can be make on and off as per the requirement of the power conditions. That is the only thing, because whenever the engine initially is operating, giving certain kind of you can say supplying the energy to the generator, in turn the generator recharges this battery through the inverter as well as the other converter as available one. The motor is getting the power with through this particular transmission system. It can be rotating this particular driving wheels, maybe rear or maybe front, as per the position of all this whatever the components. And then we are having the split device here. As if suppose it is running at 20 kilometers per hour, and suddenly if you wanted to increase the speed or a steep road is there, then at that time engine will be again coming into the picture. The split device will be splitting the power. 40% power will be taken from the motor in that condition, and 60% power will be taken from the engine in that case. But here actually what is the difference here? Specifically here, again in case of parallel hybrid, here engine is continuously used one as compared to this particular parallel hybrid system. That is the only thing. Here you can just see the thing is written, it has two motors, and depending on the driving conditions uses only the electric motor or the driving power from both the electric motor and the engine in order to achieve the highest efficiency level. So this is all about these three types of series hybrid, parallel hybrid and series parallel hybrid system. These are the components that already I have told you. That is engine is available, one electric motor and generator, power control unit, inverter and converter, that already I have told you, hybrid battery, transmission and power split device. Advantages, already we have talked about this one, that hybrid electric vehicles have several advantages over the conventional vehicles. Greater operating efficiency as compared to the other vehicles as far as regenerative braking is considered one, and fuel efficiency, because hybrid vehicles consumes less fuel as compared to the other vehicles. These are the references which have used one for making this presentation as well as making this video. So thank you very much for just listening this particular session. I'll be coming again with the next video very soon. Thank you very much.